It's another Friday and another occasion on which you've welcomed us in your home space. Thanks for that. I'm Theodore Henry. Welcome to Jamaica Magazine. In today's show, we see the strides made by the Ministry of Local Government in 2017. Also, JIS Day. Intrigued? Keep watching.
This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Search for its breeding sites and destroy them. A message from the Ministry of Health.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Friday, January 26. Jamaica's move to expand its shipping and logistics services has been boosted by yesterday's official opening of Kingston Wharves Limited's Total Logistics Facility. The 160,000 square feet structure is a one-stop shop logistics and warehousing center and is connected to 40 ports around the world. While commending Kingston Wharves for its vision of providing a 24-hour operation, Prime Minister Andrew Holness pledged the government's assistance in creating a secure and orderly port community.
We will support you with the regulation and the legislation necessary to ensure that it happens.
The Prime Minister says the country is poised to benefit from the growing demand for logistics services and says government will ensure that the social and infrastructural challenges are addressed.
Logistics will grow even greater. Clearly we see the Panama Canal, but we see the Latin American region, that the economies there are growing. That means their consumption base will grow. That means they will demand more services and goods. And generally, so Jamaica is in this excellent position of being centrally placed on the major trade routes.
Education Minister Senator Ruel Reid is imploring Jamaicans to return to the practice of protecting children and looking out for each other. Minister Reid made the call in the wake of Thursday morning's killing of 18-year-old Avinash Gordon. Avinash, an upper sixth form student at Clarendon College, was found with multiple stab wounds at her home in Bushy Park, Clarendon.
It is truly heartbreaking, not just to her parents, but to this country, that the life of a teen with such great potential was cut short. I extend my sympathy to her family, friends, school colleagues, and staff at the Clarendon College.
A trauma team from the Ministry of Education has been dispatched to offer grief counseling to the school community. The Ministry of Health is reassuring the nation that there is no outbreak of dengue fever in Jamaica.
This year, so far, we have had 5 cases of dengue reported to the Ministry of Health, with 1 case of dengue hemorrhagic fever or severe dengue. We found that what we are observing currently is in keeping what is usually seen.
Still, at Tuesday's JIS think tank, ministry officials stressed that the recent heavy rains have provided encouraging conditions for mosquito breeding. So persons are being urged to take the necessary precautions to keep themselves safe from vector-borne illnesses such as dengue. These include regular inspection of their surroundings for breeding sites to destroy them, wearing protective clothing, and using mosquito repellent containing DEET. The ministry, meanwhile, has enhanced vector surveillance and control activities.
They'll be hiring about 500 persons, and those persons will be in the community doing surveillance and doing intervention.
The Agriculture Ministry will be spending $100 million to assist farmers in Portland, St. Mary, and Trelawney with recovery efforts after flood damage. The parishes suffered agricultural and infrastructural damage amounting to over $342 million. Minister Samuda, who was addressing the House of Representatives earlier this week, says these events have further spurred the ministry to explore new strategies for agricultural development.
The growth and development of this sector has always been closely correlated with the weather. The onset of climate change has made this correlation even closer, and the sector cannot continue to perform at a sustainable manner unless we radically shift our strategy.
And finally, Education Minister Senator Ruel Reid is urging every citizen to come on board for Jamaica Day 2018. The annual Jamaica Day event will be celebrated on Friday, February 23, under the theme Celebrating Jamaica, Nurturing Our Cultural and Natural Heritage. Speaking at Wednesday's launch, Senator Reid said the 2018 staging would see the participation of Jamaicans at home and in the diaspora. He said it was important that there be a continuum of appreciation for the country's rich heritage and culture, which can be built by instilling a positive identity in students.
Culture is really behavior, and there are negative behaviors that we have to eradicate. The good thing about culture is that it's dynamic. You can renew, or you can change, you can adjust. So we want to celebrate the good and positive things about Jamaica, but we have to confront those things that are negative.
Chairman of the Jamaica Day Planning Committee, Marlon Williams, says schools will use the celebration to showcase the various aspects of Jamaica's culture. The official Jamaica Day celebration will take place at Monroe College in St. Elizabeth, and one school from each of the 6 educational regions will be selected to be the focus institution for the day.
We want our schools, our students to mount displays and have conversations about food, art, indigenous plants, protection of the environment, among other issues.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
The Scientific Research Council is bringing reliable, accurate, and efficient analytical testing services to you. Investors, manufacturers, and service operators, protect yourself and consumers by ensuring that your product and environs are safe and secure. Come to us to test your food, cosmetics, potable and recreational water, environmental air quality, trade effluent, and to conduct shelf life studies for products. The SRC conducts on-site sampling, or you can submit your samples to our offices at Hope Gardens Complex, Kingston 6. The Analytical Services Department Laboratory is certified locally and internationally and is accredited ISO 17025. For more information, visit our office or send an email to prinfo@src-jamaica.org or call us at 927-1771-4. The Scientific Research Council, making science, technology, and innovation work for you. In 2017, the Ministry of Local Government was busy keeping our streets lit, community roads paved, housing the indigent, and stepping in the face of nature's wrath. The Year in Review is next.
Month by month in 2017, the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development was pushing for the advancement of local matters that positively impact people's lives. The Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management used Earthquake Awareness Week to improve the public sector's disaster response capacity.
So that in the event of an earthquake, and even before the quake, they have the skills at hand where they can go out and do the rapid visual screening.
The Property Tax Mobile Unit was a success, collecting over $2 million in a series of stops following its launch early in the year.
We are going to be vigorously enforcing the drive to collect the outstanding property taxes that are due.
Meanwhile, OPM trained more than 300 health workers in disaster risk management and emergency operations. As the year progressed, the Negril Fire Department welcomed a new ambulance to assist with emergency services. Garbage collection was improved as 24 new trucks were handed over to the National Solid Waste Management Authority. The first batch of 6 arrived in April.
This amount of trucks will still not be adequate, but at least will put the entity in a better position to respond to the needs of the country.
While that was happening, the Japanese government gave the ministry equipment and other inputs for its improvement of emergency communication system project. By February 2019, the residents of Portmore will have their own municipal building, for which ground was broken last May. Over in St. Elizabeth and adjoining parishes, 3 firefighting trucks and a water tanker were provided. And after sections of the island were damaged by prolonged showers in April and May, more than $200 million was disbursed to help residents.
We made available to the municipal corporations just yesterday $175 million.
About 900 fire hydrants across the island were repaired by the Jamaica Fire Brigade starting in June. That same month, the brigade got 2 new command units and another 2 Rosenbauer fire trucks.
There are a number of stations across the island that is without a working fire unit as we speak. It is the intention of the government to correct it.
Residents are now able to better identify sanitation workers of the National Solid Waste Management Authority, as $20 million was spent to outfit the employees in professional attire. In August, residents of Breadnut and Rosewell in Clarendon got water in their homes for the first time in 30 years when the Palmetto Pen, Breadnut Bottom, Rosewell Water Supply Project was commissioned into service. The ministry employed more than 2,000 young persons during the summer and assigned them to conduct an assessment of the country's streetlights and signs. Hundreds of relief supplies and humanitarian personnel were deployed to neighboring islands impacted by Hurricanes Irma and Maria. The Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management was the country's coordinating hub.
Provisions of logistic support, securing and transporting relief to the Turks and Caicos Islands and the Bahamas, which includes, Mr. Speaker, roofing supplies, water, kits, and food items.
On home soil, the Social Development Commission embarked on a series of activities promoting small businesses. And the ministry partnered with the National Health Fund and Jamaica Public Service to break ground on a permanent facility for homeless people in St. Catherine. In the 10th month of the year, more than 200 runners kick-started the ministry's inaugural Cross-Island Run, which lasted for 19 days.
Community involvement, community building, community participation is a critical component of the ministry's agenda.
Several activities were initiated to make Local Government and Community Month 2017 more vibrant and meaningful. As Jamaicans look forward to the end of the year, the ministry's brigade made fire safety a priority. Improving the conditions of the local authorities during 2017 was the main aim of the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development.
Whether you drive on 2 wheels or 4, there's one thing I can guarantee you. That is that you know someone that's gonna need blood one day, or you might just be that someone. So here's the deal. The blood we have can only supply about 50% of the need. That's why with the craziness that's happening on the roads, we need you to join the One Love, One Blood campaign. The life you save just might be your own.
The streets came alive when the Jamaica Information Service held its inaugural JIS Day under the theme, Our Heritage, Our Legacy, and took over the second city.
My name is Garwin Davis, and here my co-host, co-MC, co-everything,
yes,
Peter Gayero from Kingston.
Kingston.
We're here in beautiful Sam Sharp Square, Montego Bay for JIS Day.
JIS Day had patrons interacting with staff members to learn about all that we had to offer.
If you want to know information about JIS, if you just want to know things about your heritage, you know, we have material under the tent. We're selling books as well. We have a lot of Miss Lou products. We have a lot of publication. We also have giveaways. So if you just want to come and get something for free, we have free knowledge and we have free gifts. If you have a business and you want any type of service, we are a one-stop shop. So if you want to make phone, if you want to make business cards, if you want to do a radio or a TV program, if you want to do photography service, television services, come to us. We're here to give you all the information today.
Tourists who were visiting the adjacent Western Museum also joined in the festivities and engaged in conversations. As the day progressed, the buzz of activities and the rich blend of sounds enveloping Sam Sharp Square drew passers-by to enjoy performances from Montego Bay's primary and high schools during the JIS Lunch Hour concert. The Irwin and Montego Bay High Schools started a cultural journey with their rendition of folk songs.
Young boy, young gal, take over town. Small man, big man, take over town. No matter put it there, and we take you away. Take over town. No matter put it there, and we take you away. Take over town.
The audience was glued to center stage as this young man did a laudable rendition of Miss Lou's Earthquake Night.
What a heavy earthquake shot, ma. Me nearly dead with fright. But that none to what happened that the earthquake night. Me hear Severa baby 3 year old December gone. When never cut a teeth now walk nor talk good from it born. When everybody run from shot the pitney holler, poor me girl, I run under the bed.
Now this 10-year-old was quite compelling in his call for peace in Montego Bay.
I want peace. We can't take it no more. Every night me want sleep, but too much noise out the door. A peace me want, a peace me forget. Every time I go on my bed, me have to start fret.
The youngsters were not to steal the show, as senior citizen Jerly Nelson graced the stage twice. She evoked much laughter with her rendition of Aki, an original poem.
We were still God with your pants, and we top, and we penny, and we halfpenny, and we jill fi go buy salt, fish fi dip in a little salt pickle, and get it fi heat with roast banana, and sing bout with hockey. Down in a Sam Sharp Square, there better money we talk about it there. Up in a 10 catching, I mean, no know.
JIS Day also unearthed some hidden talents within the organization as the information officer for our rural office flattered the audience with his rendition of the flattering flying fish.
Said the flying fish, thanks for remembering me and that dress that I wore at the porpoise's tea. How could I forget, said the shark in his guile. I expect you at 8. And he rang off with a smile. She's powdered her nose, she's put on her things, she's off with one flop of her beautiful wings. Oh, little one, lovely, light-hearted and vain, the moon will not shine on your beauty again.
The Cornwall boys rocked the square with performances of songs spanning several music genres, including rocksteady, reggae, and ska, going as far back as the 1960s. Lloyd J.Q. Nelson brought the curtains down on JIS Day, singing cover versions of international hits, which saw patrons singing along to his every word.
It's just the cutest thing when you get the fuss and cussing, yelling and throwing things. I just wanna you up. I don't mean no disrespect when I start staring, knowing that it makes you madder. I'm sorry.
The Jamaica Information Service will of course try to replicate JIS Day in other parishes as we seek to connect with our customers. See you next year.
Money! So what you say, talk to me, right?
It takes so long, man. People have places for going, you know. Get them on the urban table number.
Happy and nice. You know how much people me have to deal with before me reach here, sir? You're lucky.
Put 3 bills for number 5.
Wait. We can place the bet with you? Yeah, man. You see when you win with we, you get a little extra. So what you say?
Police, nobody move. Illegal gambling is a criminal offense. If convicted, you could face a fine of up to $1 million or up to 18 months in prison. When gambling, Choose licensed and registered gaming establishments. Stop illegal gambling now. Call Crime Stop at 311 to report illegal gambling. You don't have to give your name. A message from the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission.
The akid, saltfish, sweet potato pudding, gungo rice and peas, jerk chicken. When it comes to food, Jamaica definitely has a rich culture. This next feature highlights how this young Jamaican stirs up delight in his kitchen. Take a look.
Well, I consider myself as a typical youth.
Friends, sports.
Dolphin, well, not so typical, but I enjoy the sport.
Average social life and vision for the future.
I want to go straight down in depth of the culinary, which is, I'm going to do level 4, which is the executive chef level. So I'll be going straight up to the top. I'm Chef Garfield Jr. from Hartress NTA, Boys Town to be exact. After high school, I met a close friend, which of my sister, Alex White. I don't know that Alex the Great. He started bringing me on events because I told him that I'm interested in food, and he was at a higher level, way higher level. So while traveling with him around places, I learned a lot. He was a great mentor. Today I'll be cooking octopus wrapped in spring roll. So we're starting with the onions. I'll put this in the bowl. So here we have the octopus. Freeze a day before. It's kind of tender because I bought it tender. So we're just going to blanch it in the water. Going to do this 4 times.
The Hartress NTA was established in 1982 to satisfy the demand for solutions to the persistent problem of underdevelopment in the country. Fast forward to 2017, where the institution has maintained that mandate and has been shaping the lives of many youth through technical and vocational training.
Garfield came here, he joined the food prep level 3, which is a chef de partie, actually being prepared as a supervisor. I walked in the lab one day and here was this young man at work. What I saw him was doing, they usually are not that exposed already. You know, I saw this young man creating this, and I said, who are you? You're not a level 3. And he said, yes, I'm a level 3. Having Garfield here at Boys Town was a plus. We have had many before him, but Garfield has come and he has put his mark.
Boys Town is more into the practical, Heart is more into practical, and it has given me a drive, open opportunity because
he was selected to represent Jamaica in the first International TVET Youth Forum during World Skills Abu Dhabi 2017 on October 14 and 15. This event was the first of its kind and a unique opportunity for young professionals to shape the future of skills.
And that is an opportunity based from Taste of Jamaica.
Organized annually by the Culinary Federation of Jamaica, CFJ. It features cook-offs in more than 18 categories. Taste of Jamaica is geared towards promoting and showcasing the country's most talented through a mix of competition. Garfield entered in the category CPJ Beef Competition, where he walked away with silver in the 2016 staging of the event.
It was really a big move because I was competing against the sous chef of Sandals, and a sous chef of Sandals for a level 3 person, and you're probably level 5 or 4. So it was a big move.
You rarely find young people with the passion and also the drive to endure and to keep on going. I think his advantage is that he smiles at obstacles. He's always moving on, pressing forward, and you know, just getting the job done.
For youths now, if you have a good opportunity, take it, but think about it. Definitely think about it. Secondly, if you want to pursue food and nutrition, definitely come to either Boys Town Hartress NTA or Runaway Bay Heart.
Now let us see him finish up the octopus spring roll.
Get that caramelized. This is Chinese favorite wrap, made of flour, rolled really thin. Gonna have some cheese in there. One strips like this. This is okay. So we're going to layer them like this. Get this in here. Over. There you go. Inside. Second.
To get more information on this program and others offered by Heart Trust NTA, you can visit their website at heart-nta.org.
Okay, and there you have it. Octopus spring roll with salsa and olive oil.
Jamaicans, here are the facts about NIDS. You will not go to prison for not having a national ID. You will not be denied access to public health services or your personal doctor. You will not be denied access to education. And we do not want your DNA or your banking information. Just like the national census, you can volunteer information, but you will not be forced to reveal your private business. You will have over 3 years to get the new ID, and it is free. Don't follow rumors. Get the facts at nidsfacts.com.
Class, culture, and ethnicity are factors that identify us as a people. We are each unique individuals with one common denominator: Jamaica. It's much more than just a nationality. It's an experience, one that is lived, it's felt, it's understood and shared. While we make Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business, don't forget to play your part by preserving our cultural heritage.
So here are the facts.
7 out of 10 Jamaicans die from a non-communicable disease.
Because we love our people and we want them to live better quality lives,
we, the Ministry of Health and our partners, are launching Jamaica Moves.
Jamaica Moves is a call to action to prevent non-communicable diseases.
By educating and encouraging Jamaicans to be active, eat healthy,
and start living 30 minutes at a time.
Because 30 minutes of physical activity each day, along with proper nutrition, can go a long way.
To prevent your risk from developing certain NCDs such as diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, and certain cancers.
And remember, it's life we're promoting. That's why you see me going hard right now.
I'm all about living.
So help us take this first step towards a healthier Jamaica so you can enjoy more moments, more memories, more life.
Thanks for spending time with us. The proverb that we'll leave you with is, "One finger can't kill those." What does this mean? Cooperation is necessary for projects involving more than one person. Remember to keep up to date with the latest government info. Join us online at jis.gov.jm or watch our programs on our YouTube channel. And be sure to check out our social media platforms. You may also catch a new edition of Jamaica Magazine tomorrow on this very station. Until then, I'm Theodore Henry. You take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.